Good morning, happy Monday. It is bright and early, and I am going to get started on a dessert for Jeff. It's his birthday, and I'm going to make his favorite dessert, and I want to get started, get it rolling this morning so that it's ready to go tonight. It's called Pavlova, which is a big puffy meringue that is then filled with cream and then berries or kind of whatever is in season. It's really easy to make. If you like meringue, it's delicious. I actually don't like meringue. I'm the only person in the family who doesn't, but I like making it. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. You wanna get your eggs, you want them to be room temperature. So I set these eggs out all night. And then I have two small bowls. One is for the whites, one is for the yolks. We are only using the whites, but I'm gonna save the yolks because I can use them for other things, like puddings. I can use them for omelets. I can stick them in all kinds of food. So easy to do. But room temperature eggs are much easier to separate than cold eggs. So just leave your eggs out all night and they'll be room temperature. So we're gonna get going here. I'm gonna crack my whites into one bowl and my yolks into the other. And the reason I'm doing that into small bowls first is so that if something doesn't go well, at least I haven't ruined my whole batch of whites. So you see that my whites have nothing else in there except whites. And it's really important. We don't want any egg yolks in there because the yolks will ruin our meringue. So just carefully separate them and you'll find that if they're room temperature, it's a lot easier. So with each white, I just pop it into the bowl. Meringues are super forgiving, and this recipe, I want it to be for 6 people, so I'm gonna probably use about 8 eggs. The reason I don't really know is I don't know the size of my eggs. I mean, I have to wait and see what kind of comes out. I tried to choose my biggest eggs. Okay, so that's 4. There's a nice big egg. Now, if any of my yolks separate and get into my, like this one actually just did, I got a little bit of yolk in there, I'm actually gonna put the whole thing into the yolk bowl and use it for omelets or something else. I do not wanna take the risk of ruining my meringue with a little tiny bit of yolk. All right, separate those out. And we'll do one more. This one's huge. That is a huge egg. In fact, I thought it might have a double yolk inside, but it did not. All right. And for some of you who don't know this, if you see a little speck in your egg, a lot of times really farm fresh eggs have this little speck. That's just fine. It's not bad for you. It's part of the egg process. So there are my egg whites. I got them all in there. I'm gonna add, rinse my hands off. I'm gonna add a little pinch of kosher salt. Throw it in there. And I'm gonna beat these for like 5 minutes and I'll be back. But I want them to get really stiff and big. You'll see they're gorgeous and glossy. I'll be back. Getting there. Roll it up. Ooh, nice and stiff. See how thick those are. Yeah, super stiff. We'll do 30 more seconds. Okay, super super shiny and stiff. So I'm gonna take my large bowl and trace a circle on parchment paper on a sheet pan. I'm gonna do one large one and I'll do 4 to 6 small ones. After I trace it, I'm gonna actually turn it over so that the pencil mark doesn't get on my food. I think we'll do 3 small ones. Flip that over. All right. I'm gonna take my meringue and put it right in the center of that circle and use my offset spatula and just spread it out and go right to the edges of the circle. And I guess it's gonna be about 1/2 inch thick by the time I'm done. And this is gonna bake at 180 for about 2 hours. And then it's just gonna sit in the oven for a couple hours. I'm gonna turn it off and let it sit in the oven and finish up. And they'll be nice and crisp on the outside with a little bit of a softness on the inside. Meringues are so, so pretty. So I'm gonna take my meringue, come on over here. I'm gonna go to that small one. Stop. These are gonna be like little nests that hold cream and berries or whatever fruit we decide. I think pomegranates we'll put on top today. You could even drizzle with chocolate if you wanted. They don't have to be perfect circles, but just kind of loosely circles. And they are gonna be super yummy and pretty. If you need to make one a little bigger, you can always add. They won't spread at all, so you don't need to worry about that. They're kind of true to size.